Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom, everybody. And shalom means peace, God's peace. I'm still in Cancun. Just wanted to say hi, happy Sunday. Happy peaceful Sunday. Happy Lord's Day, the day of our Lord, where we go and we worship him. And then we worship him forever and ever. But it's good to get together and be with the saints on the Lord's Day. So shalom, shalom, shalom. And shalom means peace, specifically God's peace. So shalom. So I am going to tell you guys quickly a story, something that happened on Friday when I touched down here and got into my hotel. So I got to the hotel and I decided, let me go for my walk. Now, when I land in Cancun, my walks are from 1.5, 1.75 to maybe 2 to 2.25 miles long. I like to get in a nice walk. And I actually brought only sneakers to wear on my trip. If you guys don't know, if you go to Europe, most of Europe, and I would say definitely touristy areas, the streets are cobble. So you do not see women wearing heels unless you take a taxi or Uber to get to your restaurant. So if you want to wear heels really bad, and I love heels, I love heels. So if you want to wear heels really bad, take an Uber or take a taxi. Either one is fine. Uber is a little bit cheaper, but you still have to add a tip, 18%, 20%. But Uber is fine. Actually, we've taken Uber and we've taken taxi in Europe, and they're both appropriate. Okay, Uber might be a little bit cheaper. I'm not going to even hold you. And so it's really pretty to see all of the women in Europe dress up really nice. And my sister, my mother, and my mother is going to wear sneakers anyways because she's not a heeled woman. Like she might do a kitten heel every once in a while, or definitely do like a platform. But she's not like a nice, heel type person. Anyways, I say all that to say I didn't feel like out of place. I seen other women with long sundresses with their sneakers on. It's all about, you look good on the top, and then on the bottom, you're going to be going for a nice, wonderful walk. You're going to be sweating profusely, and yeah, uh, shoes and a dress it is. So that's what I did. No, that's what I did yesterday. Friday, I put on this really cute. I'm gonna show it to you guys. Actually, it's a cute like suit to go exercising in, and it's got like these see-through panels, in strategic areas. And by strategic, like it's not like where any of your, your unmentionables would be located. But I thought it was a really, really cute outfit. And I went and I hand washed it. I washed it by hand and I put it outside on my balcony. I had to tie one of them because the wind was so vicious, but when I got it, it smelled good. Um, what did I want to say? So, anyways, I'm walking, right? I'm walking towards the superstore. I wasn't going to go into the superstore. It's a Shedro Selective, like the other ones I showed you. This one looks a little bit bigger, but when I did the other one, like nobody really dropped down in my chat, so I don't really think that people would be thrilled to see another one. Um I just was walking. So as I was walking, you guys, I noticed there were like drops of blood on the ground. And I was like, oh, I wonder, should I still continue on my journey or should I cross the road, Jack? And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. And so I decided to push forward and see what was going on. So I got to where this man was sitting down, and as soon as he saw me, he had his shirt over his face. And as soon as he saw me, he started vomiting frank blood. I mean, red blood vomiting, no blackness, no grittiness. No, it was frank red blood that he was vomiting. And so I was looking at him. I told you, hold on the compression 1 minute. Let me see if it's coming on your nose. It looked like a little bit was coming out of his nose. So I told him, hold pressure on your nose right now. Hold pressure on your nose. And then try to breathe through your mouth, which is what was happening. And whatever was coming through his nose was like he was throwing it up out of his mouth. And he did tell me that he was having a hard time breathing. He was sitting down. When I hailed a taxi, he said he wanted to wait for the ambulance. And I said, okay, that's all good, but the ambulance is taking a long time. I was talking to him and I was talking to his wife because his wife was there. And he would try to stand up. The blood would come running out more, and then he had to sit down again. Finally, I gave the woman my phone to call La Cruz Roja because that's the hospital, because they're not that far away. I've been there before. I've taken y'all there before. It's got a place for an ambulance. It's got a place for like a clinic, a quick in, quick out, a place where you might have to stay over time, and then they've got a pharmacy right next to it. So I've showed you guys that before. Okay. Um, so I was like, even with a taxi, they'll get you there faster. But the lady was like, no, we'll wait for the ambulance. And I just was getting kind of like frustrated because I was like, honey, the ambulance would have been here if they were going to be here. But it's okay. The ambulance ended up coming. I gave her my phone to call La Cruz Roja. I gave her the phone to call. And so she called. And I guess when she called this time, I want to say maybe 3 minutes later, the ambulance come, and then I asked him to and they're decked out in their traditional scrubs. Plus, they have on appropriate PPE. Hey, Christmas sis. Hey, sweetheart. How you doing this Sunday? Thanks for popping in, sis. Love you, love you, love you. They definitely have like everything we need in America. They definitely already have it in Mexico and are, using it well. So they actually came and got the guy and escorted him to the ambulance. Once they got into the ambulance, they already started to work on the guy. And I want to say when I came back, they saw me. And when they saw me, then they took off to the hospital. So, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything hands on. I was just nice to, encourage the guy to put pressure on his sites of bleeding. Also, I'm glad the ambulance did come because if they didn't, the next taxi, that guy was going to be on a taxi. I would pay for it to take him to the hospital because there's no reason that anything should happen to him with the hospital being that close. What else? What else? So yeah, they came and they got them. I continued on my walk, just watching the different um just the different stores that Cancun has to offer really. Um, did I want to go into the wig store? I did. The wigs weren't really looking that good, and they do have like more colored wigs, which like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I'd be all into because I always loved to color hair because I love my hair to be the same color as my outfit. So if I'm wearing green, then I want to have green hair, but like classy green hair, not like that cabbage lettuce green. You know what I mean. So when it comes to my outfits, and I do like a sleek down bone straight black wig because I feel like when I wear my hair like that, I look just like my mom. Like my jaws pop, my jaws pop. Makes me look very Carib Indian, like my mom is. The only thing is that my mom's light and I'm brown, and sometimes I will even like yeah I don't know. I just that jet black is wonderful on my mom and it's wonderful on my sister and I. It really does take off years of your youth. Years. So anyways. Um love you too, Krishna. Thank you so much for everything. I really, 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 really appreciate you to the hilt. Thank you so much. So today, what am I gonna do today? I don't know if I just wanna take you guys to Coco Bongos. I don't know if I want this to be like a sleep day where I just relax all day. It could be. It very well could be. But I can show you guys more of Cancun. I've showed you guys Coco Bongos. They have their reservations for dinner and they have like shows and Cirque du Soleil type deals while you're enjoying your food. I see when it comes to me, I think that's all cute and dandy. I don't really like dinner dates with singing or opera. It's not really for me. But it's okay. It's okay. Um but I do appreciate what they have to offer. Um and I don't imbibe, so I definitely do not ruin my good time with alcohol. Don't you drop that alcohol. Um, but there's a lot of places in Cancun I would go with others, with sensible others, that and there are other places that I wouldn't go to just because they have kind of like a vibe. The vibe that is like a club, but for extra money you can do extra stuff or get extra stuff. I'm not interested. Not interested. So I'm gonna get some rest. Is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to get some rest. And then when I wake up, I'll decide where I want to go. And with that, I say shalom, shalom, shalom. Let me see. Krishna, one day you have to come up on my panel, okay, sis? One day you have to join me on my panel. Much love to India. You guys are supporting me like crazy. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Much love. All right, you guys. Shalom, shalom, shalom. And shalom is God's peace.